All right, well, here we are in week 5 of Lent. Go without, go within, where we think about the sufferings and the death of Jesus Christ, and we try to make room for more of Him. Now, I do have an announcement for you that next Monday, this coming Monday, when we normally have our Zoom time, we will not be having our Zoom time on Monday. I will be out of town and unfortunately unable to do that. So let's recap now what we've done so far. The first week, we just started to eliminate all liquids from noon till we go to bed except water. So just water. Now we eat what we want, but the water is a reminder of the purity and the simplicity and the clarity that we're looking for in Lent. Now, week 2, we talked about taking 10 minutes a day to meditate, just being in the presence of God. And week 3, we looked at the things in our lives that were of low restorative value, time wasters, and we took the chief one and we just got rid of it for the rest of Lent until Easter, where we take another look and reevaluate that thing. Last week, we talked about serving someone sacrificially, being like Christ during Lent, and giving an offering to somebody. And that offering would be a special type of encouragement and maybe a gift, and just letting them know, I'm praying for you, and in this Lent season, I'm trying to be more like Jesus, and I thought about just talking to you and serving you in this way. Now this week, week 5, we're going to talk about the commandment in the Bible that is stated more times than any other commandment. And it's stated in so many ways, but essentially, it's the commandment to remember. We're asked in the Bible to remember the life we've come out of, to remember the miracles that God did in the Bible, to remember the death, burial, and resurrection of Christ. We do that in church through the Lord's Supper. And we're constantly being told to call to mind certain things. So this week, for Lent, the challenge is to participate in remembrance. What I'm going to do in reading 3 scriptures to you is an ancient practice called pearl stringing. In the ancient world, rabbis would often take 6 or 7 snippets from different parts of the Bible and kind of string them together and read them as if they were one verse. Usually it makes it sound like they all flow together. We actually had a daily devotional, I think last year, where we read, basically was a pearl stringing type of thing that we read every day. So I'm going to read 3 verses, and the verse references will be on the screen. Remember Jesus Christ, raised from the dead, descended from David. This is my gospel. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. So I chose those 3 verses because I felt like they had similar themes, and one kind of led into the next. What I'm going to ask you to do is something that I've done a lot of, and that is take those 3 verses, write them on an index card, and at least 3 times a day, when you feel the need for God, take out that card and slowly read through it. Those 3 verses are 3 different things, and I want to kind of walk you through those. The first one says, remember Jesus Christ, raised from the dead. The second one says, consider. Consider him who endured such great opposition. And then the final scripture is a declaration. I have been crucified with Christ. So we remember who Jesus is. We consider it. We think about aspects of him. And then we declare our faith. So if you take out this card and read those scriptures slowly, you're participating in remembering, considering, and declaring your faith. And maybe 30, 40, 50 times in a day you might do this. But I'm asking that at least 3 times you take out that card and just have a moment engaging your mind in remembering, considering, and declaring. That's all I got. We'll see you next week.